Aside from your putting putter for inside the circle, your most thrown disc is probably going to be your throwing putter. So here's how to choose one. First off, you need a throwing putter because you don't want to necessarily be throwing with your putting putter, because generally throwing putters are going to hit a lot of trees and get a lot of ground action, and they're going to get a lot more bumps and scratches around the edge, and that can mess with your consistency inside the circle. So it's a good idea to have one putter that's specifically for inside the circle and making your putts so you can be confident in your clean release in that, and then have a separate putter for throwing that you're okay with getting a few more nicks on. And you're going to have to replace it a little bit more often, but it's good to have a designated disc for that. So where do you start? I start with what's already in my bag. I've been putting with a dynamic disc Warden for a while now. I like the clean release and the straight flight, and that translates to the tee. I can get a very straight flight and a ton of glide out of my Warden here, and I really like it for off the tee. But you don't necessarily have to drive with the same mold of putter as you putt with. For example, I also drive with a dynamic disc Guard. This has a little bit more glide and stability towards the end, so I can throw this one just a little bit farther and a little bit more accurately, but I still throw them both, just the Warden for more straight shots and the Guard for more hyzers. When choosing a throwing putter, most people choose something straight to overstable, like a Judge or a Marshal or a Warden. And that's because when you're throwing a putter, you're putting a lot more power on it than you are inside the circle. So you want something that's going to be able to handle that power, and you can shape a hyzer or a straight shot or an anhyzer with, rather than it just turning over every time. So I would recommend picking up one of those. Paige Bierkes throws the Fusion Judge really well. I really like the Lucid Warden, and the Blend Marshal is a fantastic throwing putter, and that blend plastic, while it is a putter plastic, is going to absorb hits a little bit better than the classic plastic, and you can be confident that it's going to stick where it hits. When choosing a throwing putter, it's a good idea to pick one that can come in a premium plastic. The Dynamic Discs Lucid Warden is a fantastic throwing putter, and getting it in that premium plastic means that it'll stand up to more tree hits and more rocks on the ground and more throws that maybe went out of bounds and landed on gravel. It's going to maintain its shape, and it's going to have a little bit more stability for longer, so you can be a little bit more confident in that disc, and you don't have to worry about cycling it out as often as something in the more baseline plastic like the classic Blend. So thanks for watching. I hope that with this information you can go out and choose a throwing putter that's going to be very accurate for you. It's important to practice a lot with these because these are probably going to be your second most thrown disc in your bag, aside from your putter. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell here on Dynamic Discs so you don't miss the other instructional content that we have out, and check out Physics of Flight if you're looking at learning how to throw your putters just a little bit better. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.